So it's early August and I thought probably about time to do an update on the allotment. So where shall we start? Sweet corn doing pretty well. So little square of sweet corn, and they've all got a cob on. Cobs are just firming up, not ready yet. I think they're ready when the tufts turn brown. But I think I'm going to have at least a dozen cobs if they all keep developing, so pretty well. And probably what's been the most successful this year is the runner beans. So I was away for a week and I returned to a complete glut. So I've been giving away lots and lots of bunches of runner beans to a lot of friends. But I think I need to do another pick because it's getting pretty sizable. So and I think next year I probably don't need quite so many. So I've got, how many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. If you count both sides, 10 canes. And as I say, complete and utter glut of them. So I've been freezing some, cutting them up, blanching them, and then popping them in the freezer. So I'm going to have runner beans for until Christmas, I think. But really, really healthy, really done well. As you can see, every single plant laden with lengthy, tasty runner beans. Second success, well I think it's success, are the spuds, the potatoes. They're pretty much all dying down now, if not dead. I've only dug up one at this end so far, but I had a pretty good healthy 8 potatoes, I think it was, and pretty tasty as well. So I probably need to start digging up the rest of these. I think you can leave them in the ground, but I think there is a risk that they'll rot. And it has been quite wet. So I'm going to have a good few kilos of spuds, I imagine, when I do get around to digging those up, which I might do this weekend. Next success is the courgettes. So I've been cropping quite a few from these courgettes. Some normal sized courgettes and some absolute whoppers. I don't quite know what the distinction between a marrow and a courgette is. Is it only size? And I am keeping one at my son's request to see how big it gets. So you can't quite see it in there, but it's already 2 foot long, I think. So we'll see how that gets to before it starts rotting. So yeah, put 3 plants in, 2 very successful, 1 a little bit weak, but I had a couple of courgettes off it. So overall, really good crop of courgettes. Next up are the tomatoes. Now I think some learning points. I think I've gone over the top, put too many bushes in, too tightly packed. Some done better than others. Haven't picked any yet, none have turned red, but there are some absolute whoppers. So they look pretty good. So with a bit of luck, they will turn red. And I think there's quite a few of that style, or that strain. There's another one there. And then at this end, I should have kept all the labels, shouldn't I? There's a few of that sort as well. So hopefully, if we do get some sunshine, I think it's supposed to be returning over the next couple of weeks, the sunshine will help start ripening up these tomatoes. And looking forward to eating those. And then over to strawberries. So they've long since stopped producing strawberries, but I had a pretty good crop for quite a few weeks, and the plants seem to have really livened up and grown up. So fingers crossed next year that'll be even better. Raspberry canes similarly, only had 1 or 2 to nibble when I came down here, nothing to take home, but again I think they're settling in, and with a bit of luck they will be good next year. Rhubarb, not really had much off my own rhubarb, but again hopefully next year. This mint, as people have said, I think needs to come out. It's completely overgrown already, and to be honest it's not the nicest tasting of mint, so I think I'll get another one and put it somewhere else. Gooseberry bushes settling in, had a handful on the one bush but no more. And then the onions, so a bit questionable their success. They're not huge. To be honest, I've no idea whether they're going to keep growing or keep fattening up. I think whilst the leaves are green, that might still happen. They're bigger than when I put them in, so I suppose that's a start. A few red ones on the left and then white ones on the right. So I'm going to leave them in for a few more weeks, maybe towards the end of August. Keep checking that they're not rotting. And then last but not least, the few chilli plants that I got in a sale, so I banged them in. I can't say I've picked any, but some of them have got chilies on. I think they are pretty hot chilies, so maybe I should pick a couple of those and try them. It's mainly that plant and that little tiny plant over there. This big one's got flowers on, but no chilies as yet, so again, see how they do in the final few weeks of the summer. And oh yes, lots and lots of runners from the strawberry plants. So I think I may chop them off and not do anything with them this year and let the parent plants beef up for next year, and then maybe see what happens next year. Variable results overall, some pretty pleasing, some not quite so good, but it's all a learning process, isn't it? Certainly go with runner beans next year, but less. Might grow the sweet corn patch and yeah, go for some different tomatoes and separate them out a bit more, and look forward to seeing how the strawberries and fingers crossed raspberries turn out next season.